Well, all right, here we go. It's Move Monday. I'm Pastor Bobby D. Hammond from the Great Friendship Church, a place to begin again. It's Monday, y'all. It is not just Monday, it's 2026 Monday, the first Monday in the new year. Happy New Year. You know, I've been out here early this morning. I got my 6-mile run in, got my lift in, because I told you I'm training for a race. Oh, yes, I am. I've been doing the hot tub. I've been doing the cold tub. I'm training for a race. And I've told you before, I'm not just running just to get a finishing medal. No. When I'm running, I'm trying to win something. Even if it means winning the foot race against the person that's ahead of me, we're trying to win something. But listen, this morning, I just want to encourage your heart today. It's 2026, and it's time for you to get your move on, because we're still moving in 2026. God has been a good, gracious God to allow us to see this year, and there's a whole lot of moving we got to get done in 2026. So let me just ask you, because many of you said, Lord, if you just get me to 2026, I'm going to start moving because I'm a part of the Move Monday mob. I want to ask you, did you start to move? I want to ask you, did you go back to your gym? I want to ask you, did you get your personal trainer? I want to ask you, did you start walking around the block? I want to ask you, did you find a workout partner? I want to ask you, did you resurrect your home gym? If you say that you were going to move in 2026, guess what? Check the calendar. It is 2026. And we are committed to moving in 2026, being a steward of our bodies. You spent 2024 and 2025 watching, moderating other people move, but you didn't move. But now God has given you 2026. I was in the gym early this morning, and there were so many people in there. They were packed in like sardines. But I was glad to see them in there. Many people don't want them in there, but I was glad to see them in there because they were moving. And I'm just saying today, whatever you may have to do, whatever your move of choice is, just get it in. And I want to hear from you in this 2026. What is your move of choice going to be? Go drag that old bicycle out of the garage. Go find your swim cap and go back and start swimming again. Go pull down those weights that you have. You purchased all those weights, and now you're using them as a coat rack. What about that Peloton bicycle? You paid $2.5 million for that Peloton bicycle. Why aren't you on that Peloton bicycle? You got some cute new shoes for Christmas. You got a new warm-up suit for Christmas. You got a great hat. You Nike it out. You got Nike everywhere. But I want to know, will you just do it? Will you be a person that moves? It's Move Monday. The mob, we show out. And that's just what we do. While you're moving, don't forget to move over to the Friendship website. And yesterday I preached a message. First message of the new year was simply entitled, God's Given You a Second Chance. Oh, yes, he is. Out of Deuteronomy 30, verse 1 through 6. Because Moses has the children of Israel on the precipice of the promised land. They're about to cross over. Their fathers and mothers, they failed. But now they're about to cross over. And Moses is telling them, listen, you got a wonderful opportunity. And God has now set you up for success. But when you get over there, don't you forget about God. When God puts you and plants your feet in that promised land, don't you forget about God. And he talked about that. He knew they were going to blow it. And he says, you're going to go into captivity, but God's going to bring you back. But he said something in verse 6 that you must go and meditate on. You must let it marinate on your mind. In verse 6, he talked about that the Lord is going to circumcise your heart, because the Lord understood something. That the problem with the children of Israel was not their habits, it was their heart. He understood that just like many of you do many religious things. But the issue is not the religion, the ritualism. It's the relationship. In other words, you have a whole lot of habits. You do things, but they're external things. And what God is trying to say, the real problem is not what you do, it's why you do what you do. He's saying, listen, I want you to love God. I want you to love God, and love God not because you have to, but because you want to. I want him to be the apex of your life. I want you to fall in love with him. And he said the Lord has to circumcise your heart. And the implication is you can't do your own heart. There must be somebody who can change your heart. And that somebody is Jesus Christ. Through the transformation of the gospel of Jesus Christ, through the new birth, through the power of the Holy Spirit, we get a brand new heart. Because our hearts on their own, our hearts are sinful, they're evil, they're wicked. Our hearts are consumed with self-centeredness, with hatred, with vile, with bigotry. That's the natural heart. Somebody say, I know my heart is good. No, your heart's not good. The Lord has to make your heart good. He has to make your heart righteous. And he's telling the children of Israel, I'm giving you a second chance. And today you got a second chance to get it right with the Lord, a second chance to do ministry, a second chance to stop making excuses. You got a second chance. God, after all the mess you've been in, all the mediocrity you've accepted, all the relationship that you have blown up, that you are nitroglycerin, you got an opportunity now, in spite of your health, in spite of your financial situation, in spite of the pigmentation of your skin, in spite of your criminal record. The grace of God gives you a second chance. But you must decide if you will acquiesce, if you will follow, if you will submit to God's second chance. It's all a prerequisite of your heart. Tell me what you've decided to do with your heart, and I'll tell you what you would do with your hands and your heads, because the Lord died, buried, rose again. Yes, he did, Jesus Christ, that you may have a pure heart, a heart to serve him, a heart that's submitted to his spirit, that he may use you in a mighty way. I'm excited about 2026. You should be excited too. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Friendship Church on Wednesday night, a place to begin again. I got my move in. Now I'm going to go stretch. I'm going to go and try to hydrate. And I want you to make sure that you move, that you will have to stretch and have to hydrate. Don't just sit around and just say, you know what? I'll start in 2027. All you have is right here and right now. And today the Lord wants you to know that you're getting a second chance. Thank God for a second chance. Thank you for the grace that he met us where we are, but he didn't leave us as we are. Hey, I got to get out of here, y'all. I'll see you Wednesday night at the Friendship Church. Tell somebody what you heard. Tell them what you felt. And tell them the Lord himself is giving you a second chance. See you Wednesday night at the Friendship Church.